Hi, welcome. This is the video that I said I was gonna do when I did the dandelion earlier. Just figuring all this stuff out. I got an email, thank you very much, stating that I didn't do the video, so here I am. I'm gonna do some of the medicinal values of the dandelion. I'll also show you a little bit how to use it as well. And so I'm gonna start out with warts first because it is time right now. It's getting to be early September, so the flower part is gone off of the dandelion, and all the energy and all the goodness is going towards the roots and the leaves. So right now, once the flowering part is done, that's a good time to gather the leaves or the roots because that's where it all goes to. But early spring, all of the energy and everything is going towards that flower so that the plant can reproduce. And so I have a list here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it for a picture, and I am outside because it's a beautiful day and we don't have them this summer very often here in Hazelton. And so the dandelion, it protects the liver, so it is good for the liver, such things as fatty liver, lazy liver. The root is good part for the liver. Also, it acts as a mild stimulant for the gallbladder. So if you're having liver or bladder problems, this is awesome. I actually used it for a urinary tract infection. I got one years ago. The doctor gave me these pills. I took them for a whole week and a half. Eventually it went away. I used the dandelion root capsules that I'm going to show you and that I made, and within 3 days it was gone. It was just awesome. So anytime I get anything going on with my inner parts, I get onto the dandelion root capsules. You can make tea with that as well. It benefits the liver and causes it to produce bile, and bile is what the body needs to digest toxins and dietary fats, and it removes toxins as well. So that bile is really important. The tea will boost your immune system. That's why it's so great when you're in the early spring. It's right there and it's ready to go. Tea provides you with good brain health, so it's good for people that have Alzheimer's as well. Oil and tea, really good for wrinkles. I'm up there. I use it a lot. I never noticed anything for the wrinkles part, but I have never really used it for wrinkles. Tea of the root is drunk for heartburn. I know that one works. I did try it. I also tried the tea made out of the flowers as well, and that worked too. Tea of the leaves is a general health tonic. Like I said earlier, in the early spring before it starts to flower, everything's going to the leaves. It's good for digestive disorders. Obviously, if you got heartburn, you got things going on in there too. It stimulates the appetite. That I do know it works very well. I kind of got into a state of depression. I couldn't really eat. I was eating, but as soon as I started to eat, I was filled right away, and I got onto the capsules, and within a couple of days I got my appetite was back again. It's good for eye problems. Odd as it sounds, I'm wearing my new glasses today, but as I was taking it, these ones here started tugging at my eyes, making it feel really weird, so I went back to the old ones and it felt great. So maybe it was actually working for my eye problems. I use it also for a nice massage oil. You put it on your face, you leave it there for 15 minutes, then you wash it off with warm water. You don't necessarily have to wash it off, but it works good. Drinking the tea on a daily basis in the springtime can detox and purify the blood. And also, it is often helpful for those who tend to have pollen allergies and hay fever. Works good for that stuff. And you're thinking, well, that's the stuff that gives me the hay fever in the first place. Sometimes the cure is actually the problem. So that's just the way life works in dealing with herbal medicines. Dandelion helps to neutralize acidic conditions, filters excess waste and poisons from the blood, improves blood circulation. It assists in lowering cholesterol. Helps with anemia, helpful with degenerative disorders. Dandelion syrup you use for bronchitis. Fights against leukemia cells, so that's good if you have somebody with leukemia. The white part in the stem is broken for warts. I'm going to show you that right now. I had to look all over the place for some dandelions. And so I did find them. And what you do with the warts is you just grab yourself a stem, you break it off, you wait till that little whitey part starts coming out of the end, and then you just dab that on the wart. And what I did with my daughter's plantar wart is I got her to take her socks off, run around the lawn, just play without her socks on. So she was stepping on the dandelion. Also, what I had done after that was we administered the white stuff from the dandelion stalk onto the wart, and then I covered it with a band-aid just so it wouldn't rub off, and then she went on her merry way. Now the funny thing happened was we tried for 2 years with all the doctor's stuff and it wasn't going away. Within 3 days her wart started going away, but in day 2 it freaked me right the heck out because it just went black and gnarly and it looked like chaga is what it looked like. And day 3, when we peeled the band-aid off to take another peek at it, because I was administering some of the white stuff every day on it, day 3 when I pulled the band-aid off, the whole thing came out with the core. And ever since then she's been good to go. And so that's what you use, is the stalk, and then you dab it on there as well. And I was laughing because I did find one with a flower, and everything is seeding right now, and this is one that's seeding. There you go. Let's get back to the sheath again. It's really hard to memorize all of this stuff, so as time goes by, you'd probably be able to memorize a lot of it. Let's see. Here we go. Helpful for relieving gastrointestinal issues. Dandelion root being helpful for reducing acne and psoriasis. And so I'm going to show you in a little bit. Helping to balance the treatment, the menopausal symptoms, and PMS. Ah, there you go, girls. Balances blood sugar levels, removes excess fluids and salts from the body, which has been shown to lower blood pressure and treat a number of health-related problems, including diabetes, heart failure, kidney, and liver disorders. It's a well-rounded plant. Dandelion root tea is helpful for those who are trying to lose weight. It encourages the release of excess body fats. Tea is good for dyspepsia, upset stomach, with constipation, fever, insomnia. It will help reduce high uric acid levels, which is gout. Good for endometriosis, eczema. It's really good for eczema as well. And I can see it being good for eczema and all of those oily skin things because it does purify your liver and your kidney and your gallbladder and all of those things. They take the poisons out of you. I'm hoping to keep this short, and I'm at 8 minutes right now. And so let's do some of this. For the dandelion root capsules, what I did was I took 3 a day for 4 days, and I didn't take them all at once. I took them throughout the day, and the capsules just kind of look like that right there. And what I like doing is, if I'm going to take the medicine, I like using this size bottle, and within the next half hour I'm going to make sure I finish that. And if I take another one at lunchtime, within the next half hour I'd take another one. Water is the best medicine. It helps so much more than anything in the world. Water is medicine. When I do the oil now, when I'm very first starting it out and the pain is there and it hurts like a son of a gun, well, I slather it everywhere. I'm not cheap with it in any way. I just rub it all over there. And by the way, I'm doing my tennis elbow, which works really good for. And I actually like Devil's Club a little bit better, but I'm doing Dandelion today. And so you just slather it all over there, and don't be cheap with it. Put it on any time it starts to ache, and over a couple of days, Usually it takes about a day. You'll really start to see the difference of being able to move around and grab things and all that other wonderful things. One of the things that people do is they just use too little at first, because yes, it is more expensive, but it's going to get it going really fast. And after you get that going, then you got to kind of do maintenance, and you don't want to be spending a ton of money all the time. So ta-da-ta-da, I made a salve. And salves last a little longer, they're a little bit less messy. And I did time this within 3.5 minutes. All that oil that was on my hand just kind of dissipated, disappeared, and I went and touched some paper and stuff to see if it was still there, and it was good. Now the salve, same thing. I got myself a little bit of rheumatoid arthritis right there on my little baby finger. You'll see the bend on it. And so the salve, you just grab it and you put it on liberally as well. Right there. And ta-da-ta-da. That one there, though, it does take a little bit longer for it to dry off, and you don't need as much. And I like just giving that one out after, just as maintenance, right? These guys here, I might actually start trying, and I might take one every week, one every couple of, every 3 days or whatever, just to see how well it works, but we'll see how that goes. Now, some of the information you're trying to think about, oh, I wonder where he got some of that information. Well, Herbally Yours is a good book that I like having. I found it at the thrift shop. Some people's garbage is other people's gold. And so it turned out that this one here, it's really good. It tells you diseases and what berries or plants and stuff that you can look up and research. And when you're doing this stuff, remember, your journey is about learning about this stuff. And just because you don't know doesn't mean you shouldn't know. And just because somebody isn't hand feeding you the information doesn't mean you can't show your commitment to your own wellness, to your own diseases. And when you show that commitment to your own diseases and wellness, the Creator comes in, blesses you, and does the other half of the work. But you got to do some of the work by getting out there and researching this stuff. This one here is awesome. I love this one here. Herbally Yours, it's called. Or no, the Boreal, the Boreal Herbal. And that one there's awesome, man. Like, I highly recommend this one. It tells you a lot of information on how to gather the medicines, how to prepare the medicines, and what to do with the medicines. There you go. And thank you very much for the comments and the emails. I'm just learning how to do all this stuff, so hopefully it works. And you can see my beautiful mountain. Well, not my mountain, but the beautiful mountain in behind me. That's why I did the video where I did it, and hopefully it clears up. Thank you. Have a great day.